Yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy Lali, aka Mr. You already know the vibes. Welcome back to the channel. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to you guys. You've been going crazy with hitting the subscribe button and everything. But then still, according to my YouTube analytics, it's just like about 3% of you guys who are subscribed. So if you want more content, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to hit the bell and make sure you like the video. Let's try 250 likes because it will really help the channel. Without talking too much, let's get straight right into the video. So in today's video, I will be teaching y'all, or I'll be showing y'all my way of mixing vocals for them to sound like art, like for you to get Lil Baby, Lil TJ quality sounding vocals, which you can use for yourself or for an artist you're working with. So yeah, let's get straight into the DAW. So we are in Logic right now. I mean, first of all, let me show y'all the process. I'll show you how to get your vocal sounding going from this.
I want race on race on race till my mama living rent free.
The vocal sounding like this.
I want race on race on race till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box without me
So it's like
more.
pretty simple. The plugins I'm using, yeah, if you already have the plugins, then like it's dope, nice. And if not, you can use like similar plugins just in order to achieve the sound. So first and foremost, the artist already is a really good singer. He has a good voice. He just needed a little tuning. So this is what he sounds like without auto-tune.
I want race on race on race till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box without
Yeah,
me
so
more.
you can hear he was getting just a few couple notes wrong, but then it wasn't that audible. But then yeah, and then this is what he sounds like with autotune on. I'm using Waves autotune real time. You can use Antares autotune, the autotune from Slate Digital. It's also doable. And yeah, basically the speed is on 0.1 millisecond. The note transition is on 0.1 millisecond. So like it's everything turned up to the max. But then the correction speed, I turned it down to 80% instead of 100%. It's dependent on whoever you are, how good the vocals are. You can have it on 100%. But then this is what it sounds like with the auto tune on.
I want race on race on race till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box without me more.
That's what it sounds like with the autotune and the EQ. But then yeah, I recorded the song here in my living room at home, so I needed a little EQ. But then yeah, this is what it sounds like with the autotune, but without any EQ.
I want race on race on race till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box without me more.
You could hear the boxiness, like a little bit of room. You could hear a little bit of room. But yeah, this helped me get it out. So yeah, this so it's a basic EQ. I cut the lows and dipped some few low mid frequencies, and then also did band pass on some few resonant frequencies here and there. You can copy the same settings if you want. I'm sure it will apply to most rooms. If not, then you can adjust it your own way. So this is how it sounds like with an EQ.
I want race on race on race till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me.
Like you can see in this frequency area, like I just put it down a little bit. And then the next thing I put on my vocal chain, really important, very important. I always go straight with the RVox. It's like my go-to compressor, like first compressor on the chain, always, all the time. And yeah, these are the settings. I just did light compression because I already balanced things out. One tip though, anytime you're about to record an artist, always make sure that like the giving beat, if it's a 2-track beat, always make sure that you reduce the gain by minus 15 dBs, because most of the time as producers, when after we are done mixing a beat or something, we just put a soft clipper onto the beats, I guess. Like yeah, we put a soft clipper on it, and then it ends up maxing out at zero, and then you don't really have any headroom for the artist. So make sure you put it down minus negative 15 dB, regardless of the DAW you use. If it's FL Studio, you can do it, just reduce the gain. And in Logic, you can reduce the gain here. So these are the settings for the compressor, for the Artworks compressor, just minor settings. And then this is what he sounds like with the compressor.
I want race on race till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immortal.
Yeah, it's minimum compression. Then I added a de-esser to it just to get rid of some of the S sounds, the harsh S sounds, and I basically used the preset male S preset. Here you can see, and I just turned down the threshold to negative 39.6, and this what it sounds like with the de-esser. It doesn't really do that much, but then yeah, this is what it sounds like with with the de-esser.
I want race on race till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immortal. Tell me why these legends dying young, feel like a curse.
Like you can see the de-esser isn't doing too much, but then I have my reason for using the de-esser the way I'm using it. And then I added an R comp to it. I usually normally go with the CLA 2A because that's my go-to compressor. But then somehow, some way, I decided to go in with the R comp, and these are the settings for the R comp compressor. Like minus threshold is on minus 17.8. I reduced the ratio to 2.7, and I played with the attack and release a little bit. I love it when it is on warm because it has a different sound to it. It's really, really minimum that you can hear the difference. But yeah, so like this is it. This is the gain. The gain is on infinite. Like I didn't do anything to the gain, and then this is what it sounds like with the second compressor on it.
I want race on race till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immortal. Tell me why these legends dying young, feel like a curse. I'm
So yeah, it's minor. It's minor compression. It does minor compression, but like, yeah, I mean, you have to do it step by step, little by little. Don't always cramp up everything. Sorry, don't cramp up everything down at once, else you are going to ruin your mix. It's the little steps which will take you to a final destination. So next, what I did next is I put a C4 multiband compressor on it to get control of a little control of the dynamic range. I basically left it on the default preset. I just did some minor tweaking, and this is what the vocals sound like with the C4 multiband compressor.
I want race on race till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immortal. Tell me why these legends dying young, feel like a curse.
Yeah, so you can already tell like it's a little bit more controlled. Like I can show you the difference between when it's on and when it's off. When it's off,
I want race on race till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immortal.
like you can hear a little, because you can still hear a little bit of the room in like in the audio, but then with the C4 it comes down a little bit. So what I did is I soloed the lower frequencies, the lower end, and then I just turn it all the way down because I don't need that. He doesn't. I don't need the bass in his voice. Like you can hear like minimal, and then I turn down the mid frequencies a little bit just to get rid of some of the harshness.
I want race on race till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immortal. Tell me why these legends dying.
Like you can tell the difference, you can already hear the difference because like yeah. And then also on the high frequency area, or the mid highs, better say the mid highs, I also did a little bit of reduction here,
I want race on race till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me.
like just to control it a little bit, and then also the highs.
Box, but
like I boosted the highs a little bit just to make it a little bit more audible. And then I added this legendary SSL compressor, SSL channel strip. It's called the SSL EV2. It's sort of a new plugin. And for this, I used a preset. I used a preset, and the preset is under Dave Darlington, and under vocals you can see lead vocals. I tested out many different presets because there are multiple many vocal presets. One trick is you can go to the preset browser, give it a key in or type in vocals, and then you're gonna have all these different vocal presets which are already made, and you definitely gonna find one which works best for your vocal. And then I added this stock compressor from Logic. It's a stock compressor, and these are the settings for it. You can take a second to copy the settings. It's also from a preset. I was lazy a little bit, but then I mean, at the end of the day, when it works, it works. You can browse through presets, and probably 80%, 90% of the time, you're gonna find settings which actually match your vocals or the artist like you're working with. So yeah, it's the vintage opto compressor, and this is what it sounds like with the vintage opto compressor.
I want racks on racks on racks till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immortal. Tell me why these legends dying young. Feel like a curse. I'm a legend in the making, so I guess my time.
Yeah, so it uplifted the vocals a little bit, and then I did another. I used another EQ to boost the high frequencies just to make it a little bit more audible, like the vocals, so that the vocals will cut through the mix a little bit, you know. And yeah, this is what it sounds like with the boosted high frequencies.
I want racks on racks till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immortal. Tell me why these legends dying young. Feel like a curse.
Then it's a little bit more in your face, and you have a little bit more in your face vocals. And then I added some fresh air. This like so I'm done with the subtractions, with the subtractive part, and now I'm into the additive part. Like I shaped the vocal the way I wanted it to sound like, and now I'm just gonna make it stick out a little bit more, like make it sit a little bit better in the mix, you know. So basically I added some fresh air. Fresh air is a free plugin from Slate Digital, and it does an amazing job. Like even mixed by Ali and other big mixing engineers use it on their mixes, and this is what it basically sounds like with it.
I want racks on racks till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immortal. Tell me why these legends dying young. Feel like a curse.
Yeah, so like it brings it a little bit more forward. Let me play it together with the beats.
I want racks on racks till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immortal. Tell me why these legends dying young. Feel like a curse. I'm a legend in a
Like you can feel the voice, the vocal is a little bit more into your face, like a little bit more upfront. And then cheat code, like this plugin right here, like yo, it's I mean like it's godly for real. It's a godly plugin. I think it's still for free. When you go to Plugin Alliance, their website, you can get this plugin for free, and this plugin is amazing. Like it's just out of this world. Trust me, this plugin is out of this world. Anyways, this plugin, it's called Black Box Analog Design HG2, and yeah, I used it to boost a little bit, give the vocal more body, and then yeah, by turning down the low, turn the saturation up a little bit, turn the triode a little bit. Like the saturation is a little bit more for the low frequency, like the low area, since I did a lot of cutting with the EQ. And then the triode side is for the high frequencies, like just to make it a little bit more audible than I already did it. And like, yeah, this is basically it. Without it,
I want racks on racks on racks till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immoral. Tell me why these legends dying young like a curse.
yeah, so you can also copy the settings for this one. um Yeah, I had to turn out the output though a little bit because it makes it louder. But then you can hear the vocals a little bit sits a little bit better in the mix. But then it also has gained a little bit more character. And then I added a flanger. I tend to do this often because like there's still a bit of what's it called? There are still some harsh frequencies in like in the vocal. So flangers always help to tame it, but then you shouldn't turn it up though. Like you can add it onto your vocal chain and then turn it down a little bit. So this is that with the flanger, and I'll turn it on and off for you to know the difference.
I want racks on racks on racks till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immoral. Tell me why these legends dying young like a curse. I'm a legend in the making.
Like it tames it a little bit. The difference is minor, but then yeah, you can still feel it. And then last but not the least, I added what's it called? I added Kramer tape from Waves Audio, and like I used this vocal de-esser preset, like just the vocal de-esser preset, so that I could tame a little bit more of the vocals and then give it a vintage sound. So it sounds a little bit more vintage. So this is what it sounds like basically.
I want racks on racks till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immoral. Tell me why these legends dying young like a curse. I'm a legend in the making, so I guess my time gon' come.
Yeah, so it tames the whole vocal a little bit more. After adding everything, I tamed the vocal a tiny bit more, so that it wouldn't just be all in your face all the time. And then I added a Valhalla vintage reverb, and I actually used the tight plate preset, and I turned the mix down to 5.1%, so that it wouldn't sound like it's in my room, but then more of a studio room, or maybe, or better say, so that it fits a little bit more to the beat, you know. And then this what the vocals sound like with with the Valhalla vintage reverb.
I want racks on racks till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immoral. Tell me why these legends dying young like a curse. I'm a legend in the making, so I guess my time gon' come.
Yeah, so it's a little audible. Like if you really listen to it, of course you have to use earphones to hear the difference. But then yeah, so after that, then I went straight to the mix bus. I added a delay, and then also added a reverb. But then that's some sound design thing. You don't have to do it. But then I added this delay concert hall preset. Nah, it's the default preset. I messed around with the EQ a little bit, and then with all the parameters. You can copy it if you want. So this the main side, and this is like the EQ of it. And yeah, I routed it to a bus. You can do it in every DAW, and the delay I use is H delay. I did it in ping pong mode, a quarter delay, matched it to the BPM, and then yeah, also cut the highs and lows a little bit. So this is what it sounds like with the delay. I'm gonna turn off the beat.
I want racks on racks till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immoral. Tell me why these legends dying young like a curse. I'm a legend in the making, so I guess my time gon' come.
Yeah, so I added that so that the vocals will take a little bit more space on the stereo spectrum. And then the last thing I added was a delay, but then I added another delay on the bus, and I use the Valhalla Vintage Reverb. This is the default. This is the default preset. But then I turned the pre-delay up a little bit, and then also I left the mix on 100 on 100. One thing is always leave the mix at 100 when it's on the bus, because you don't turn it down. You can adjust the feed in or the input like through the knobs, through the send knobs, and this is what it sounds like with the parallel reverb.
I want racks on racks on racks till my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immortal. Tell me why these legends dying young, feel like a curse. I'm a legend in the making, so I guess my time gon' come.
Yeah, and I also added Renaissance, like Renaissance, or better say RAXX. So that's like I'll give the reverb a little bit more body, so that the reverb wouldn't be that light, but then it will have a little bit more compression to it. Yeah, so that was basically it. If you want me to do a breakdown, like I can show y'all the ad libs in a minute, and if you all want me to do a breakdown to how to mix ad libs also, for your ad libs to sound like this.
Tell my mama living rent free. My demons wanna see me in a box, but I'm immortal. Tell me why these legends dying young, feel like a curse.
Yeah, so if you want to know how I got my ad-libs to sound like this, let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna do a part 2. So without too much talking, subscribe. See you in the next video. Peace. Bye.